Hi Taurus, this is your March 31st through April 6th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love entering your life. Spread number 2 is for those of you who are already in a relationship or married. And in the third spread, we'll see if anybody wants to get back together with you. After that, in spread number 4, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And we'll wrap things up with the fifth, the final spread, which will be what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is a new love this week, Taurus. We have the High Priestess, clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Three of Cups. Then we have the Chariot, clarified by the Fool. In the potential outcome, we have the Hierophant with the Star and the Nine of Cups. And we also have the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aries, Aquarius, perhaps a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, Cancer in particular. But it could be any zodiac sign. We have quite a few major arcana cards. That's what I wanted to point out right away. Right? We have the High Priestess, the Chariot, the Fool, the Hierophant, and the Star, and also a couple of aces. Okay? So, everything could be revolving or starting with an Aries birthday party or Aries birthday trip. Okay, this whole spread on the whole main spread on the left could be somehow associated with what I just said. The Fool, clarifying the Chariot in the middle. The Fool is a Aries major arcana card, right? And we're right in the middle of an Aries birthday season. The Chariot, that the Fool is clarifying, the Chariot could be literally going somewhere, or it's a card of like forward movement. To the left in the Chariot, we have the Three of Cups, which could be interpreted as a card of a party or a gathering of some sort, or an event or a reunion, right? So again, for some of you, it has something to do with an Aries birthday party, so that's what you should be on the lookout for, right? You could be invited to go to an Aries birthday party, right? Or if you do go to one, you could be meeting somebody there, okay? The High Priestess, the first card that came out. I don't usually interpret it as like a particular zodiac sign, right? I usually don't. But it is a card of intuition, and it's also a card of a secret. So it could be like a surprise birthday party, or a secret trip, or a very private trip, or private party. Or perhaps what you're not expecting, maybe you have friends who are going to match you with somebody, right? Or something among those lines. It's a card of intuition as well, right? So if your intuition kicks in and it starts telling you, oh, I gotta go to this Aries birthday party, or I gotta help throw this birthday party, or what have you, then your intuition is onto something. Because the High Priestess is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, one of the two aces. It is a golden opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity. Very, very serious card. We also have the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck, all the way to your right. And the Ace of Cups is love. True, genuine, authentic love. Okay? And we're back to those Three of Cups, the Chariot, and the Fool. Alright? The Three of Cups, there's definitely some kind of a party or a reunion or event happening. No matter how you look at it, you'll be celebrating something. Alright? And the rest is history. The rest is history. For some of you, the Chariot with the Fool will play out. Perhaps you're going to go somewhere with friends. You're just going to be socializing, and maybe you'll run into somebody at that event, and they will offer you to go somewhere together as a group, or just the two of you. Not necessarily that same day. Maybe you'll plan a trip at some point over the next few days or so, right? Because the Chariot, again, could be literally going somewhere, and the Fool could be a card of being spontaneous, all right? So maybe you'll be like, you know what, why don't we all go for the good old time's sakes? All right? Let me know how this plays out for you. But again, definitely some kind of an event with that Three of Cups. You know, any type of an event. Someone's birthday, it's a reunion, some kind of a gathering. It could be spontaneous. It could be a concert, game, show, what have you. All right? In the potential outcome, Taurus, we have you, the Hierophant, the Star, and the Nine of Cups, right? The Hierophant is one of your major arcana cards, but at the same time, it is a card of something formal, official. It's a very traditional card. It's a religious, spiritual card. It's a card of education. But a lot of times, the Hierophant plays out as a card of commitment to marriage. All right? The Star in the middle could be an Aquarius you're dealing with, but the Star is a card of a wish come true, just like the Nine of Cups right next to it. So technically, you have two wish come true cards sitting right next to you with the Hierophant card. So to me, this means there's going to be one happy Taurus who will think of this as a wish come true. Right? At least one of those wish come true cards will play out. And the Nine of Cups is also a card of a satisfaction and fulfillment. The Star is also a card of hope, healing. But in your case, I think it's definitely a wish come true. Hence the two aces. And this whole reading feels like very celebratory. That's the vibe I'm picking up. Very celebratory vibe. With the Three of Cups being here, with the Nine of Cups, a bunch of aces are here. The Fool is also present. So it's going to be fun, and definitely wishes will be granted. Alright? Really happy for you, Taurus. Congratulations. If you are already in a relationship or married, Taurus, this spread is for you. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Four of Cups clarified by the Seven of Wands. We also have the King of Wands clarified by the Three of Swords. And we have Judgment on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Well, Taurus, here's the deal. I need you to be ready. I need you to be prepared. I don't know who this King of Wands is. You probably do, right? I don't think it's your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband or wife. I don't think this is your significant other. It's either somebody coming back from the past, like an ex coming back, or somebody who is in your life right now, and they may make you a very inappropriate offer. This King of Wands will make you a very inappropriate offer. And you're going to pass this test with flying colors. You're sending this person back to where they belong. Back to the past if this is somebody from your past. Or if it's just somebody you know, you're going to get upset with them for the obvious reasons. Alright? The nature of the offer is the Ace of Wands. Okay? And you can guess what that means. Right? But the rest of the spread... the rest, those two cards in the middle, the Four of Cups clarified by the Seven of Wands, I think this is you standing your ground, not entertaining this, not getting involved with this King of Wands. And as a result, the King of Wands will be brokenhearted with the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of a broken heart because they didn't get what they wanted. And Judgment on the bottom of the deck could be interpreted as a card of somebody coming back from the past, or this is you making a judgment call to completely reject this person. Okay, so this King of Wands could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but when cards like this show up, when the Ace of Wands shows up, perhaps this person is just a player. Okay, so be very careful, be on the lookout. If this person offers you to go grab a cold one, for example, then definitely beware of that. What this person wants, they don't just want to catch up with you or get to know you or have a friendly conversation. No, this person wants to take advantage of you. Alright, so keep that in mind. Let's say if anybody comes back from the past for you, Taurus, this week, keep in mind it doesn't have to be the most recent ex, and for some of you it's not even an ex. Okay, so I got the King of Swords, we have the Six of Cups, the Ace of Swords, clarified by the Two of Cups. And we also have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So you got this King of Swords who has something to tell you. Right? And I think they're going to be telling you, I think the conversation will be about how the two of you are soulmates. Okay? We have two soulmates cards on the table, right? The Six of Cups and the Two of Cups. Those are the two soulmate cards we have. And the Ace of Swords is all about being very straightforward, very honest, very upfront, very transparent, right? So the Ace of Swords in this case is some sort of a conversation, very, very honest. Perhaps some kind of a truth could be coming out, and an example of truth would be, oh, I've always had a crush on you, I've always loved you, and things like that. Or can we please try again? If this is an ex, then they will obviously offer you to give it another shot. But for some of you, it's not an ex, it could be somebody from your past. Because the Six of Cups could be an ex card, but it could also be a card of just somebody coming back from the past, alright? And the thing about the Six of Cups, we're usually glad to see people when they come back with that Six of Cups energy. I'm not surprised we still have both Mercury and Venus in retrogrades, right? So people do show up during either one of those two, and especially when both of them in retrograde. The Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck could also be interpreted as a card of like a repeat of something, restart of something, or simply starting a cycle, or like a fortunate turnaround. So anyway, this looks very promising, Taurus, between you and this King of Swords. Alright? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Taurus, this week. We have the Three of Cups, clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Six of Wands. We also have the Eight of Wands, clarified by the Page of Wands. And we have the World on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with absolutely any zodiac sign. So the World on the bottom of the deck could be interpreted a couple of different ways. First of all, it is a card of someplace remote, right? But at the same time, it's also a card of completion. It is a card of an ending. But I always interpret it as a happy end. A retirement would be a happy end. Graduation would be a happy end. Promotion would be a happy end. Or maybe, wrapping things up with one project and moving on to another project would be a happy end. Or quitting one job and starting another job would also qualify as a happy end, right? And speaking of happy, the Three of Cups, the first card that came out is a card of a celebration, okay? It's clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. I assume that's you, unless you're dealing with another earth sign or somebody who has something to do with work, with business, with money, okay? And the Six of Wands in the middle is a card of victory and success. It's also a card of like recognition, all right? It is a card of being promoted, recognized. It's a card of being welcomed to a new workplace. It's a card of, it could be like, if it is like a goodbye party, then people will be like, hey, thanks for working with us. And the Eight of Wands, clarified by the Page of Wands, both of those two cards could be interpreted as cards of communication, a lot of communication. Or the Eight of Wands is a card of travel. It is a card of travel, like just going on a business trip, or maybe going on vacation, or relocating, or something like that. So this looks like some kind of a celebration, recognition, and maybe a trip coming up for some of you. For others of you, it is some kind of a ending, but it's a good ending, happy ending for all of you. If it is an ending, it's a happy end for some of you. All right, Taurus? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Taurus. We have Strength, we have the Five of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Chances are you're dealing with one or more fire signs, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. All right, so yeah, you got this Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You'll be dealing with this person, and what you're not expecting has something to do with this person. Right, the Strength card, the first card that came out, is a Leo Major Arcana card. Leo is a fire sign, so this Queen of Wands can be a Leo. They don't have to be, right? Because Strength could be interpreted many different ways. Strength is also a card of passion. It's also a card of holding back, okay? And Strength is a card of loyalty. The Five of Cups in the middle, this card has always to do with the past. Alright, so I assume you already know who this is. You've met them, you've dated them in the past, you've worked with them in the past, you've collaborated with them in the past. Something, you do have history. And they do miss you with that Five of Cups. Or they regret maybe not keeping this connection going or something like that. Whatever the case, the Knight of Wands, the next card over, I think this Knight of Wands belongs to this Queen of Wands, right? So this person is coming back, and they want to reestablish this connection, or they want to bring it back to the way it was, right? The Knight of Wands is the most passionate knight out of all for knights, so it will play out differently for all of you depending on the nature of this connection. For some of you, you guys will get really cozy with one another. For others of you, they may want to like just bring you up to speed, bring you up to date in terms of what they've been up to. If this person used to work with you, they may offer you a job, or they may offer you some sort of a project to work on or something, right? So the Knight of Wands is all about passion, it's all about fire, it's all about excitement, that type of energy. And yeah, what you're not expecting has something to do with this Queen of Wands, and they want to have the Knight of Wands moment or situation or connection with you, if that makes sense. Alright, Taurus, so that's what I have for you for this reading for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also comment and subscribe. And other than that, Taurus, have an amazing week.